What's going on, guys? It's KNasty3890 here, and the trade day is back. We got those 10 cards up on the trade block. I've gone to Mutthead to get all the values for the cards. We're going to go through all of them. Now, before I get going, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button if you're enjoying this. I do these trade days every week or two. I do pack openings, coin making tips, everything you could think of. I try to do it, guys, some gameplay as well. So be on the lookout for all that. So if you are new, make sure you hit that sub button. And if you are already a sub, make sure you drop a like if you want to see more trade days in the future. This is probably the most requested series I do, because I think it's just because you guys get to interact. You guys can offer on these cards like fair values. Now, everything I said before still applies. Anything within 10% of the card's value, I'll consider it, which is basically what the EA tax is. And for all the cards' values, I've gone to Mutthead and gone for their PS4 value. I feel like that's the fairest way to value the cards that I have. So I have all the cards value. I have it all written down in front of me, so I know what these cards are going for. And I've mentioned how I don't need if you offer me a quarterback, I'm just not going to accept. Same with the middle linebacker. Same with a right outside linebacker. I don't need any of those positions, or really a corner as well. Now, there's Chris Clemons. I wasn't starting. I pulled him out of that mutt tip, like 7 mutt tips for a for a Super Bowl player. Like I said, I don't need him. So as long as Alshon goes for within 10% of that card, or like even like, I don't know, a certain amount, I'll do it. As you can see, I was looking at that Loyal Malloy. I really want that card, but he hasn't dropped down in price. So I'm not sure he will. It's a little scary. I really want him. I could have got him for $800K, and I thought he'd drop, and he hasn't dropped. Now, Chris Clemons, according to Mutthead, goes for $26,000. So let's see how much this Alshon goes for. If he goes for like 15, I'll probably 28. Okay, he goes for more than I thought. Like I said, I'm just going to probably end up selling or maybe giving away this Alshon Jeffrey. I didn't need him, but I didn't use a Clemons. So if someone really wants a Clemons, there you go. Enjoy the Chris Clemons, man. And now if you did offer on a card or whatever you offered, write it down in the comments down below. And if I accepted your offer, let me know as well. I always like to know who accepted the trades and whatnot. Now, Landon Collins is a starter for me, so I really do want some value. Deion Jones, very solid card. However, I mentioned I don't need a middle linebacker at all. I have Ty Law and the Teddy Bruschi, wish it's Ty Law, and a Dante Hightower. Love them, huge Pats fan. Love those guys. I run a 3-4. I need 2 middle linebackers, so I don't need that Deion Jones. Now, Michael Thomas. Now, he goes for, let's see here, I think it's 80K? Yes, 80K. So we got a Brandon Marshall, that's the milestone version. Chain mover and bruising back. Amari Cooper, same chemistries. Now, the reason why I'm using this Michael Thomas is because he fits the chemistries that I have with Herman Moore, but I might trade Herman Moore. Right now, because it's Michael Thomas, Herman Moore is a 98 when I start him. Steve Smith. All right, that's not really anything. Marvin Harrison. Another Steve Smith. A DRC. Tyreek Hill. Part of me wants to use that Tyreek Hill just for that speed. Julius Peppers and that Cromartie. I don't need that Cromartie. Now, I'm intrigued with possibly this Brandon Marshall. Now, I know he's not the best Brandon Marshall out there, but I don't know what he goes for the milestone version. I could definitely pull him up on Mutthead, but I am going to probably wait before I accept an offer on Michael Thomas, depending on what I do with Herman Moore. Like I said, I need that chain mover route runner combo to get him to a 98. I max out all his chemistries. Now, the Brandon Marshall, according to Mutthead, goes for 81K. That's a fair trade. And to be perfectly honest, this Brandon Marshall, chems not included, might be a better card. As you take a look, he's an inch taller. Now, he's 3 speeds slower, but he has way better release. He's going to be on the outside. He has better catch in traffic, but what he's going to have is probably better run blocking. 69, nice, to 61. So obviously he's a better run blocker. So if I do move on from Herman Moore, I will probably take that Brandon Marshall. So we got Eric Reed now. Ooh, you give me a Patriot, you got my attention. If Devin McCourty goes for the same price, which I bet he does, that's not the milestone version. I think he has a milestone version. Maybe a milestone. Ricardo Allen, Ted Hendricks, Andrew Luck. This is one of the guys from my stream. Last night kept saying Andrew Luck is the GOAT. And so he must have just offered a bunch of Andrew Lucks. But let me check McCourty's price. If Mutthead says McCourty goes for, I guess he doesn't have a milestone. I guess they say he doesn't have a milestone. I thought he did. So this Eric Reed goes for 91K. Now his deep defender times 2 is not great. Neither is tackle machine. And I do like big hitter and field runner, but I don't think I need them anymore because I'm really moving away from those chemistries. McCourty goes for 85. Eric Reed goes for 91. That's within the 10%. You got yourself a goddamn deal. Devin McCourty, welcome back to the squad. I used your 90 overall one for a while once that dropped. We got a new free safety. Now, this card, I don't want to trade. People told me to offer him up. Mutthead says he goes for 303,000 coins. So you can offer me a card that goes for at least 270, and it's going to be really hard for me to accept. So we get a Rob Ninkovich, nope. Sheldon Richardson, not enough value. Marcus Cannon, not enough value. Not enough value of that Coleman. Drew Brees, I don't need a quarterback. Honey Badger, I just accepted a card. I don't even think he goes for that much. I don't even know what this card's stats look like. We can compare him, though, to the McCourty. He's got 85 hit power, which is nice. That's one thing this McCourty doesn't have is hit power, but he has really good zone and solid catching. This McCourty. And he has deep defender ×2, so automatically gets jump, pursuit, and zone cover, which is nice. But I don't really like that Honey Badger. Mike Daniels, that's got me intrigued. Nate Solder, no. Tevin Coleman, milestone. Brandon, here's some good offers now. Now we got some cards that are intriguing me. Brandon Graham. Oh, jeez. And then we got Jimmy Graham. Okay, so I'm just thinking right now. Possibly, I don't know what the Tevin Coleman goes for, but I like the Super Bowl present because he's going to get that max out, which will give him a +1 speed. Because I have Super Bowl present Chem already maxed out. So he has 93 speed, he's going to have 94 automatically because of the Super Bowl present chemistry. Tier 2 gives a +1 to speed. And already have that maxed out. That's definitely an intriguing option. I don't know the value. Brandon Graham, he has Edge Setter ×2, which I like, and Philly ×2. Now, he only has 84 block shed. I love block shed. That's why I love this Olivier Vernon. He has 94, and then he gives +2 to everyone on my team. So I just don't think I'm going to really love that Brandon Graham. Jimmy Graham, though, I don't think he goes for enough, even though that card is glitchy. And then Mike Daniels. I feel like Mike Daniels has really good block shed, and he has tackle machine and line pusher. Now, I think I got to check my lineup. He has 94 block shed. I believe he would give max line pusher I'd get that tier 2. So that's very intriguing. That is a very solid offer. Now, he's not as fast as Olivier Vernon, but he has 94 finesse and 85 power, while Olivier has 94 power and 83 finesse. So if you average them out, Daniels is a little bit better. He has better tackle. And so I guess Mike Daniels and Tevin Coleman, I think, are the two ones I'm really looking at. So let's go check their value. And I guess we'll check out, we will look at the Jimmy Graham as well. Just in case those go for more than I think. Is it Tevin? Or is it, let me just do this. And Coleman. I think that I might move on from him, guys. You guys stepped up to the game when you said you wanted me to put that card up. All right, I don't know what this Coleman goes for. No idea. But that's not the milestone one. He's the milestone one he offered us, or she. All right, I think this is the milestone. 259. Now that is right at the edge. Maybe. Like I said, he's gonna get that +1 speed, so that definitely intrigues me. Let's see. Jimmy Graham, I guess. Looks like we got a trade offer last second, so we'll check what that is. Jimmy Graham's 310K. He goes for enough. Now, I could then milestone him and get deep threat as well. I should check to see if I have, because if I have the collectibles with it, I'll value him as a milestone. I did that last episode with the Champ Bailey. It's only a 30K difference, so. And then the other card was that Mike Daniels, which that Mike Daniels, I feel like that might be the card I want the most. If it goes for enough, I got a little worried when I saw it. 260, 285. It goes for enough. I actually might do that. I really might. Let me see if I have line pusher ×2. I'm gonna wait to the very end just because to see what we get in regards to like if I trade Blunt, maybe I'll take the Tevin Coleman. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna wait to the very end. But I believe I have 3 out of 4 line pusher. And that would give me all 4. Yes, I do. I have 2 with Quan Short, 1 with Branch. So I'm going to get maxed out line pusher if I got him. And then tackle machine, I believe I'm very close as well because I have that with Brewski and I think another guy or two. So, great offers on that. You guys got my attention. We're going to move on. Oh, Michael Thomas did get an offer, I believe. Kyle Rudolph, probably not. Like I said, if I'm going to do that trade, I like that Brandon Marshall. Vic Beasley, I really didn't love this card. He played okay. The Motivator one actually played just as good, and that one gave +2 to finesse. Randall Cobb and Kyle Rudolph. Now, this Vic Beasley goes for about $80K. I might do that Randall Cobb. Now, I don't really... His chemistries are butt cheeks, actually. I don't know. Nothing really there, but hey, maybe someone gets a last-minute offer. And we're going to go to Jonathan Cyprien. Now, I actually like him because of his chems. Field General and Tackle Machine, and I don't really like any of those cards. Keanu Neal doesn't go for enough. Carl Joseph, I know he doesn't go for enough, I don't believe. No, I think he does go for enough, or just short. But I would want a milestone version, and I personally cannot milestone him because I've already done it once. Herman Moore already have him, Bud Dupree doesn't go for enough, I don't believe. Now, Rich Incognito, he goes for a lot, $155K. I already have Jack Conklin. That card's great. I love that right tackle. If you're looking for a right tackle, pick the milestone version up like that guy has. However, I would just end up selling him, so I'm not going to do that trade. Marty B doesn't go for enough. Brian Urlacher, Ronald Leary, maybe if it was the 92 Leary. Not Kevin Mawai, no thank you. Ty Montgomery, I don't know what he goes for. I should probably check Rich Incognito. And Ed McCaffrey. Card was actually not bad, but nothing really there wows me, but possibly... I don't know what that McCaffrey goes for, but like I said, if I trade Herman Moore, this is going to open up some cards. Deion Lewis, I love it. Brandon Cooks, that was actually a very good card. Now, this Blunt goes for 250,000 coins, just a quick tip. That's what my head said. Mike Wallace, love that card. Terrence Newman, don't need that. LaShawn McCoy, ass chemistries, but a good card. Robert Quinn, Jordan Howard, Xavier Rhodes. I wish they had Lockdown, because I'd be intrigued by that card. And a Patriots jersey. I want to use this LaShawn McCoy because he's fast-ish, 93 speed, but I'm trying to think. How much does Xavier Rhodes go for? Maybe I can find another Lockdown. I have Lockdown on a jersey. Maybe I get on a coach. Maybe I get Lockdown on a jersey as well. And then I'd move on from he'd be in the slot, that Xavier Rhodes. So let's see what that Rhodes goes for. I know he was so expensive when that card dropped, and I probably butchered spelling his name. So I'm actually going to do his first name. I think that should be enough. I don't know what I did wrong. He's a 93, so I don't know where... let's just do this. You know what I'm going to do? And I probably just realized what I was doing. I should double check how he spells his name since it's right here. I think I was looking under position or some sort. So let's go back. No, I don't know why. I'm looking between 90 and 94 overalls. Servers are having trouble. I might have to do Mutthead because this is not showing any cards. And I know it's the right thing. So we're going to go to Mutthead. You guys can't see it. It's on my computer. I don't believe I'm spelling his name wrong. No, Xavier, the first 3 letters. So, Xavier Rhodes Team of the Week, according to Mutthead, he goes for 235. So he goes for enough. But I'm going to have to buy I don't know. I might be hanging on to that Blunt. The Blunt's actually pretty good when he doesn't fumble. Herman Moore, though, that's kind of the big one. This is kind of going to really set up what we're going to be doing for some other trades. He goes for 293,000 coins. Eric Williams... Zone Blitzer, Zone Blocker. I always do that. I know there's going to be someone commenting that. And passed. Jordan Howard, Matt Forte, Tevin Coleman. I got him on the other card. I probably would accept him on the Olivier. Well, maybe I don't have to. It's the exact same card. I have options, guys. Sammy Watkins, Marvin Harrison passed. Ed McCaffrey. You know what I might do? I might take Tevin Coleman off Herman Moore. And then I could on Olivier Vernon. That's a new card. But big hitter times 2. I don't know what he goes for. I do not know what that Keanu Neal goes for, actually. And again, he's going to get that Super Bowl present Kim. He's going to get a +1 to speed and a lot of other attributes. He goes for 143,000. Not enough. Okay. So what I could do is take Mike Daniels on Olivier Vernon, which looks like, I'm going to do that. Mike Daniels, welcome to the squad. We're going to do some changes, boys. I just got to trade on somebody. I don't know what. I think it might have been on Cyprian. Don't need that Vance. On Herman Moore, we are going to take Tevin Coleman because he goes for like 260 something. So he goes for enough. So we got Tevin Coleman, guys. He's our new running back. So Blunt's expendable. We also need a wide receiver now. We have Michael Thomas. We're going to need another receiver. So if we get... Let me remember. Did we get a good receiver on Blunt? We got Brandon Cooks, but he doesn't go for enough. I'm not sure if we got a receiver that goes for enough. How much does LaShawn McCoy go for? As the servers are kind of wonky right now. As you guys can say hi to Juno. Shady's 150K, so definitely not enough there. I know Brandon Cooks doesn't go for enough. I might just have to sell my Blunt. Or maybe I'll have Blunt as my number 2. Did Incognito get a receiver that I really wanted? Ty Montgomery's a running back. Ed McCaffrey, I think he might go for enough. I'm trying to think of how we can, it's the base one, so he goes for 137. Incognito goes for 155. That's enough. That's close enough. I could accept McCaffrey. And then, is there a left guard here? Is there any really... There's not really anyone I really... I mean, the Xavier Rhodes is the only one close. But he doesn't fit my chemistries. Call of Duty has been updated, so hey, I might play some Call of Duty tonight. I said this, if we're trading Herman Moore, we're taking this Brandon Marshall because I like that card. So Brandon Marshall is one of our receivers. I guess, did Vic Beasley get anyone I really wanted? That Cobb, just his chemistry, the Green Bay chemistry doesn't, I mean, it'll help his run block, but I don't know. What's his stats on this card? We can compare him to who we have. 92 speed's not bad. He's going to have slot expert. I think that might be maxed because of the running back we just got. I mean, that's 2 with that, and I think Greg Olsen gives me some. Let me see. If I can max out slot expert, I'll probably take Randall Cobb from Vic Beasley. And as long as he goes for enough, which I bet he does. That Vic Beasley's relatively cheap. And then I guess I might just sell Blunt for... he goes for 88, so that's enough. And I might just sell Blunt and get a receiver. All right, so we need slot expert. The Marshall does not help. Tevin Coleman gives you 1. All right, Mike Daniels doesn't help. So I basically got to just see... I have it with Greg Olsen. We will accept the... how long is this video? I should probably check how long this video is. It's 18 minutes. These videos are always long. I hope you guys enjoy the length of them. The length and the girth, All right, we are accepting that on the Vic Beasley. So we need a new left end. Now, Cyprian, I don't think there's anything here I really want. No. Let me just double check. Nothing on Landon Collins. Incognito, I don't believe had anything we really want or I really wanted. If they offered me that other Ronald Leary, the 92, I'd consider it. But Ty Montgomery, no. All right, I guess, and let me just make sure nothing on Blunt, and then we'll see what our holes is, and then I guess we can maybe buy something at the end of this video. Instead of doing it as a separate video, we'll just make it all into one. All right, so let's see how this team's looking now, guys. I'm curious to see how this Randall Cobb's going to look. So we're not going to get that +2 block shed to our whole team. But that Mike Daniels does look really good. And, I mean, that Olivier Vernon was only a 91. That's one reason why I was starting willing to move on from him. Because he was only a 91. And now with so many other cards. Yes, the +2 block shed is great for everyone. But, I don't know. Mike Daniels is a 96. I don't even think Tackle Machine is max. Now, we don't have a left end currently. I mean, I could just move like Paul Kruger there for a short time. I do have that. I got that Paul Kruger that I cannot sell or trade. However, he has 80 speed. Yeah, I don't like that. That's slow. So let's put Landon Collins back here. Now he's big hitter. We got the Devin McCourty. So he's now a free safety. I wonder what his overall is going to be. He's a 94. And deep defender, I think I only have 2, which is him. Strong safety is a Cyprian still. Now, I think I might be maxed at tackle machine because he has 1, he has 2, and Daniels is a 97 maxed out. So that's pretty cool. Mike Daniels is 97 maxed out. We can actually look at his card. We can look at the back of it. He's got 96 tackle, 98 block shed. So because of line pusher, what does line pusher give? How much block shed does that bad boy give? +2 to block shed. Tackle machine gives +2 to block shed. So this Mike Daniels has 98 block shed now. With 95 finesse moves. So that's even better than Xavier Rhodes. So Xavier Rhodes, I think, was rocking 96 once he was maxed out. And are we close to... I'm trying to think of a left end we're going to buy. And chemistry-wise, I might want to get either an edge setter or an edge blitzer. Both of those are at... Edge blitzer's at 1. And edge setter... Edge blitzer's at 2. Edge setter's at 1. That will help out my Willie McGinnis because he's only at 97 right now. On offense, this is where we're going to make some changes. So Tevin Coleman's going to be our starting running back. So let's pop him in there. And he's a 98 right now, and it's not done yet, guys, because I don't believe... Oh, no, slot expert is maxed. Route runner is maxed. So Tevin Coleman's a 98, guys. That's pretty sweet. We'll look at the back of that card in a very quick second. I'm going to put Brandon Marshall as our number 2. So our offense, I believe, is actually done. And I do want to get the limited time Brandon Marshall, but I want to see how this... If I really like how this Brandon Marshall plays, and then I might move up to the limited time Brandon Marshall as Cobb's a 94. So we definitely dropped in wide receivers, as actually our best is in our slot. I actually, you know what I'm going to do? We're actually going to move Antonio Brown to our number 1, I think. I'm going to try that. What's his speed? 91. Yeah, we'll move him out to the number 1 spot. As I think that card actually is very close to being maxed out chemistry-wise. I think it's just deep threat that's not maxed. But that Super Bowl chemistry, guys, if you can max that present one, as you can see, he's making some of these cards OP. I mean, like Tevin Coleman's a 98 now. And I might be a 96 after all this is done. I'm just going to need a left end. Like I said, we're going to sell the Blunt. I love him. He can't catch. And he has a little bit of a fumbling problem. That's one thing I don't like about him. But, yeah, so here we go, guys. And then we're going to get a left end, and that will finish our team. Tevin Coleman, we're going to compare him to the Blunt Force Trauma. 94 speed with 91 trucking. So his trucking's not bad. 94 speed. I told you he's going to get that +1 speed. And he's going to be able to catch. He has 81 compared to 65 catching. That's a big deal. I love throwing my running back. Let's see what else he has here. 93 spin move. Now the jumping, one thing that Blunt had was jumping. Let's see. Did I go by it already? All those passing catching stats are great. I must have gone by jumping. Blunt, I believe, when he dropped, was the highest, had the best jumping in the game. You've seen videos on YouTube. He has 95. Coleman has an 88. And I do like to hurdle people when I'm kind of bored in this game. So I think we just need a left end now, guys. So I'm going to look for either edge setter or edge blitzer. And then we're going to be done, guys. This video is running a little long. They always do. Hope you are enjoying it. Like I said, drop a like if you are. I don't need... I'm looking at my uniforms. I do need lockdown, but I don't need interior blitzer. I don't use that at all. So maybe I might upgrade one of my away jerseys. But let's look... If it lets me look for a left end, we're going to look for some left ends. No, this wasn't working a few minutes ago. I might... Howie Long might be the move. If Howie Long goes for like the price of Blunt, I think I'm going to do that. He does. Edge setter and edge blitzer. And that card looks really good. Let's see. I can't really compare him. But he has 93 block shot, which I like. 94 strength, 91 tackle, 92 power, 82 finesse. And he's a New England guy. I think he's from Massachusetts. His son just won a Super Bowl with the Pats. So there's a little bit of Patriot connection, New England connection there. So Howie Long, welcome to the squad, guys. I've wanted to get this card for a while. And he goes for just a little bit cheaper than the Blunt. So once I sell the Blunt, I'll lose a little bit because of coinage. Now, I know there's a new Joey Bosa that just dropped in the game that looks beastly, but I don't know if I want to spend that much for a Joey Bosa. But let's see if we're a 96. We were a 95 when this video started. Are we going to be a 96? I think we will. Only thing that's holding us back is a wide receiver. We got to a 96. 97 overall, Howie Long. Willie McGinnis is a 97. I might be looking at some new uniform to get locked down and some other chemistry. Either an edge blitzer would be nice because I have 3 out of 4 for that. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Drop a like if you did. Almost 25 minutes. Crazy, guys. Talk to y'all later. Peace.